Come on, come on. We are looking for the snitch, and I am not having my best of luck. Oh, found him. All right, good. Whew. Eesh, man. I'm not even going to say how long I've been looking for the snitch this morning, but we finally found him on my alternate character. So, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
My
Here we
friend
go.
set up shop. I can tell you where.
What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below, and finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from. But in today's Division 2 video, I'm going to give you the weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. But before we get to those two wandering vendors, we have to find the snitch. So the snitch will give us their locations, and their locations open and close every other day. Now the snitch, he appears in over a dozen different locations throughout the open world. So what I typically tell people to do is let everyone know in the comment section below where you found the snitch today, where you typically find the snitch, things like that, to help out the community, because there are plenty of people who cannot find the snitch. Now, for example, here's where I found the snitch today. So I am at coordinates 561 at 4430, and I'm just outside of the Space Admin HQ mission. So what I did is I fast traveled to this mission, and I basically just turned around, and he was right here in the elevator. Now, if your open world global difficulty setting is set to heroic every time you accept the bounty,
there's the spot.
You'll be able to get another heroic bounty. So for example here, go to the bounty, go to details, click abort, and there you go. You get to save it for later. Pretty cool. Now, as far as the locations for Cassie and Danny Weaver, you have to open up your map, and you will see the white shopping cart icon. So here's one right here. That's for Cassie Mendoza. Let's see where Danny Weaver is. There we go. Danny Weaver's in Constitution Hall. Now, we'll double back over here after, but we're just going to go to Cassie really quick. And she is just across the street from the Air and Space Museum. Now, the reason why we go to Cassie first is because Cassie is a normal vendor. She takes normal credits, and she'll give you normal items. Now, yes, she does have access to some of the hunter items, but they're all just purchased by normal credits, where Danny Weaver, well, Danny Weaver is a textiles vendor, and it's a little different. So we'll talk about Danny Weaver here in a second, but timestamp it, do whatever you need to. Here is Cassie Mendoza.
Great to see you.
Starting off at the top, we have the named items, and this does come with a disclaimer, so you have to unlock the bottom three named items. These are all related to the hunters in the game. So first up, we have the Shield Splinterer. To unlock this one, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 1 hunters, and open up the ivory chest that is in the base of ops. To unlock the Hunter Killer, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Warlords of New York hunters, and open up the off-white box that is in the Haven settlement. And finally, for the Huntsman, to unlock this weapon, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 7 hunters that are, located in the Battle for Brooklyn DLC, and then open up the Ash box that is in the Bridge settlement in Brooklyn, and you will receive this weapon. Once you unlock these items, Cassie will sell them every single week. Now, starting off at the top, we have the Mop. This is the named 612 shotgun with armor on kill as an attribute. Now, what I would do, and highly recommend you do, is pick this one up if you haven't already, and change eyeless to preservation. Because not only do you get the 10% armor on kill from the attribute, but with 10% coming from preservation, you could really increase your survivability. But if you get headshot kills with preservation, you get another 10%. So where this weapon starts at 10% armor on kill, you could get up to 30 with the right talent. Moving on, we have the Closer. This is the named Uzina chess piece with perfect spotter. Now, this one used to be like a top tier chest piece to use with the King Breaker, but then once they nerfed the King Breaker, this chest piece kind of like went into limbo. There are plenty of weapons that are worth, using with Flatline, and you could easily just use Flatline with Spotter and have a lot of fun. But I do understand a lot of people, they're still mourning the King Breaker nerfs, which it is what it is. But here's the closer chest piece, perfect Spotter, and this one with health and armor regeneration. What I would do is just change the health off for, say, crit or headshot, something like that, even hazard, and match that up with the armor regeneration. That way you increase your survivability, maybe increase your damage, and match that all up with perfect Spada, and you're good to go. Moving on to the hunter items. First one is the Shield Splinterer. This is the named F2000 with Perfect Optimist, and this week it comes with Stability. Following that, we have the Hunter Killer chest piece. This is the named Going Gear chest with Perfect Intimidate, and this one with max skill damage and explosive resistance. And finally, for the weapons, we have the Huntsman. This is the named FAMAS with Perfect Frenzy, just came out with the DLC, and this one comes with optimal range. Now remember, for all of these weapons, you can easily just put damage to targets out of cover on them and be good to go. As far as the Hunter Killer, though, skill damage, explosive resistance, that's just really not my cup of tea. For this chest piece, I would probably say pass. Going to the gear set items, we have a Eclipse Protocol backpack with weapon handling, Breaking Point chest piece with armor regeneration, Hot Shot gloves with weapon handling, but you could easily just change that to headshot, Striker knee pads with repair skills, Tip of the Spear holster with skill damage, and finally Umbra mask with skill haste. These are like the 3 worst items you would ever want to see on gear set. Like repair skills on a striker? What? Tip of the Spear with skill damage? And Umbra with skill haste? What? I don't know. I'm not really feeling the gear set items. All right, let's finish up with the high-end items and move on to Danny Huiva. All right, for the high-end items, we have a FAMAS, this one, crit chance and strained. Following that, we have a double barrel sawed-off with max reload and in sync. For the gear items, we have a Heligard pair of gloves with hazard and headshot. And finally, Empress International knee pads with skill haste and explosive resistance. Going to the mods, we have shock resistance 8.6 and smart cover. Pick up the smart cover mod right now. That gives you a +4 damage to targets out of cover.
Good deal.
I don't even think I have that mod. Hold on, let me see. I don't even think I have. Nope, it's on my main character. All right, I'm going to have to keep that mod and put that on my main character. Oh, it's not even showing up? What? What? It's not even showing up? It says +1 on here. What is going on there? Hold
Is there
on.
something you want?
I know I'm on my other character, but what the hell? All right, about
Agent,
another one.
It's a pleasure doing business
It
with
says 2 under mods. No, I can't access them. Interesting. So even if I pick up the mods on a character that doesn't have the skill, they just disappear? That's weird. All right, well, pick up the smart cover mod with damage to targets out of cover. Obviously, that's the best attribute for damage builds, whether it's a full DPS or damage, tank hybrid. But either way, damage to targets out of cover is perfect for the smart cover. It increases that, and you can have a lot of fun. Now, other notable pickups from Cassie Mendoza. The mop is good. Just use preservation. The closer's not bad. I would get rid of the health, though, for like crit chance or headshot or hazard, something like that. The Huntsman's not bad. Just change the optimal range to damage to targets out of cover. The Hot Shot gloves are not bad. Just
That one's
put
pretty
headshot
good.
on them like the ones I'm using. And for the high-end items, the Heligard gloves, change the hazard to armor regeneration, and you could go armor regen hazard. And then for the Empress knee pads, you could change the explosive resistance off for skill damage and go skill damage, skill haste on Empress knees. But for me, the star of the vendor is going to be the smart cover mod. Pick this one up right now. Damage to targets out of
Happy
cover
to do
Detected.
all day.
Nearby location guarded by
But all right,
hostiles.
so that is it for Cassie. Let's make our way over to Danny Weaver. So to do that, he is in Constitution Hall, and we need to fast travel to the archive. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Come on. Support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comment section below.
Friendly combatants.
Now, while we're here, let me put those smart cover mods in the stash so I can give them to my other character. Yo, I can't even move them? What? I can't even move them out of the stash? Dude, I'm about sick of these bugs, man. There's so many bugs in the game right now. Alright, whatever. I'll go to my main character and just pick him up. I just could not find the snitch. Ah, that sucks. Anyways, alright. Let's run over to Danny Weaver, and I will explain the textiles. So, Cassie Mendoza is a secret wandering vendor that takes normal credits, but she sells normal items for the most part, excluding those hunter items. Now, Danny Weaver's a little bit different. He's been added, about a year or two now. He was added to the game about a year or two ago, and he is the textiles vendor. This is the developers trying to give us a way of spending our textiles, because for a lot of us, they just piled up and didn't go anywhere. So before we get over here to Danny Weaver, let me just show you the textiles. So if you go down to your apparel menu and go to the bottom left, you'll see caches. And then at the bottom, you will see the standard apparel cache. Now, if you have all event items collected, that means that every single time that you open this up, you will get a duplicate item. If you get a duplicate item from these caches, they will give you textiles. So let me show you. And we got an emote, but it says we already have this emote, so it's a duplicate item, and they just added 75 textiles to my character. Pretty cool. So now we can use those textiles to buy stuff from Danny Weaver. So if we go over here to Danny Weaver, and this is a safe area, so you don't have to worry about getting shot or anything. But if we come over here to Danny Weaver, we can see what we can pick up from our textiles. Now, timestamp it, do whatever you need to. Here is Danny Weaver.
You need to unload some stuff?
And this week he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 caches total. He has 1 exotic, 1 named item, 1 old season cache. That's awkward. And then 2 optimization caches and 2 more crafting caches. But your big ticket items here is going to be your 1 exotic, your 1 named item. The old season cache, that's from the refactor and Shine Monkey. Neither one of those sets are that great in my opinion. So the big pickups are going to be the exotic and named item. Now, when you pick these up, make sure it subtracts from your total number of textiles. That way you know that they're actually being added to your inventory. And it looks like it is subtracting from my textiles. Uh-oh, that one did not, though. Yep, that one did not. Yeah, that one's bugged. Okay. And that one worked, though. Yeah, the
Happy we could make a trade.
burden of truth is bugged. It shouldn't be here, and it's bugged. So that's 2 bugs that I've already
You wanna
seen
make a
in
deal?
today's video. Yeah, this one's completely bugged out. Wow, dude. So I can't pick up smart cover mods to put on the stash, and I can't pick up this cache. Yeah, today's been a day. Shit. All right, whatever. Let me know what you get out of the exotic and named item caches. Let me show you what I get. For the exotic, I got the Merciless. Okay, whatever. And for the named item, I got the Manic. All right. Could have been better, but it is what it is. And he
something
has
for
a bugged cache, and I have 2 brand new smart cover mods that I can't even access. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. But all right, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I am Kamikazevondoom, and that is your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for both Cassie Mendoza and Danny Weaver. But again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out.